PPM is a production process module, and this is nothing but like a routing plus BOM of R3. Like whatever the R3 BOM plus routing, that is equal to as a PPM or PDS in APO. So here PPM and PDS both are like doing the same activities in the SNP. This is the PDS, production data structure, and the PPM. So both are doing the same, like nothing but like whatever the routing plus BOM in R3. But what is the difference between these two is, like a PPM is a older one, and the PDS is the latest one, and PDS will support if it is only R3 system as a source system. But PPM will support even if you want to integrate for other legacy systems also. So for example, we are doing the planning in APO, but the source system is not R3 system. Still we can support with the PPM. But the PDS will not allow that integration with other legacy systems. Like it will support if you are using R3 as a source system. That is one thing. And PDS we cannot directly create and change in APO. But PPM we can create it, we can change directly in APO system. So that is the reason now for the practice purpose we are using the PPM, because directly we can create in APO, we can change also in APO. But PDS we need to get it from the R3 only. Via sys or in R3 there is a C code cutoff create. So based on that we can create a PDS indirectly in APO. Like we can directly transfer to APO, but we cannot create and change in APO. And other difference, like whatever the latest development is doing by SAP in APO, those will be support and those will be based on the developing on the PDS only. So for those new developments, PPM will not give any support. And I have the detailed list of the differences between the PPM and PDS. I will send a mail to that one. So go to the PPM and double click. This is nothing but like a routing plus BOM. So plan number, PD, PD, test data, FSD, finished product, and plant Chicago. So normally we will follow this type of naming convention for the PPM, so that we can understand, okay, to produce this product in the plant, we are creating this plan like that. And we can give the location and use of the plan. Like a PPM, we can create for SNP purpose and we can create for the PPDS purpose, both purpose. So that is the reason here we need to select. Do you want to create it for SNP or do you want to create it for the PPDS? So PPDS as a like a detailed level of the very detailed level PPM, but SNP we need not to give that much of details. Like this, we need to give all activities, all operations, like everything very detailed level. Here it is something like a high level, because that is for the short-term planning, like hourly based planning also. This is normally for the mid-term planning. So that is the difference. And go to the create. And give the description. And here we can put the variable cost. And the operation is activity. operation is the assembly. So like we are assembling the components as a finished product. And like this is creating is very simple. Like just double click, then it will take you into the activity. So activity, assembling, and activity type is P, producing. And then again double click on the activity. Then here we need to give the components. What are the components you are giving input, and what are the components we are getting as an output. So output is a finished product, SP. So here you can give input or output too. So this is the output and the consumption. So normally output is the end of the activity. At the end of the activity only we will get output. So you can give consumption is the end of the activity. And this is the storage location, and from and to date, and the unit of measure, and the variable consumption. Like we are taking like output is a 2000. So to get this finished product output as a 2000 and this product, so what are the input components we need to give and how many quantity we need to give, like that details we have to give here. So one is the SHA, one component, and another one is the RMO. These are the components as a input. This is input and this is the input. Nothing but like a bond. And this one is a starting of the activity. Consumption at the start of activity. This is also start of the activity. So this is also PC, unit of measure. The P is 2000. It means like we are giving 2000 components of this one and 2000 components of this one, motor and handle. Like these are the input components I, and then output we are getting as a finished product as a 2000 components. Clear this one? This is nothing but like a bond. Now go to the mode. So to assemble this one, what is the resource we are using? So we have created as our resource CD assembly, assemble SP. So we will take the resource, and the location is a plant, and unit like a day, and fixed duration like a 1 day, and the double click here we can use a detail level like we are using 8 hours per shift. Like we are using 8 hours per day. This consumption, this resource we are using 8 hours per day. So then we need to assign this one to the plan. This is the option, product plan. We need to assign this resource to the product plan. Now here we can view the PPM process module. CD, same thing, copy paste. Description and the production plant. Planning, for example, if planning plant and production plant both are different, we need to give the different. Like we are planning in one plant and producing in another plant. So that situation we can give that option too. And procurement priority and minimum lot size and maximum lot size. Then check or check the plan. If everything is correct or not. So operation 20, okay. Actually, we are giving only one operation. So activate the plan. So this is not linked with the PPDS. This, if you get this one, you can ignore it. Only we are considering for the assembly purpose. So no link to the PPDS. Okay, it is okay. Now everything is okay. Then we need to assign this one to the model. Now you can go to the change mode and you can see whatever we have created now. So first we are defining the operation and we maintain the variable cost, and if you double click here, then we are maintaining the activity. Like if 2-3 activities are there, we can do 1, 2, 3 like that one. Like drilling, then painting, then cleaning, then assembling, like that one. So we are doing only assembling and double click assembly. And here you can give the whatever the input components and whatever the output components and the quantity. So if you take 2000 of units and the 2000 of units this one, you will get a, if you assemble this as a finished product, you will get as a 2000 units output. And how we are producing? Okay, we are using this machine and we are producing per day 8 hours we are using this one. Per day 8 hours we are using this one. And then we need to assign to this product plan. We are assign this product plan and then activate it and assign to the model. Activate and assign to the model. So if you activate, if any errors are there, it will give the activation time. Otherwise everything is fine. Okay, Sandeep? Yeah, actually, if something is wrong here, so it will not explore the BOM. For example, if I want to, if I want to run the heuristic, it will not create any planned order, or it will not give any dependent demand. It's not like alert, we will not see any results, planning results. So then we need to check where it is exactly wrong. And even whenever you are active, once you are activated this planning PPM, then only it will give the detailed errors. Like if any errors are there, like for example now we put as a operation 20 as a blank. So like that, whenever you are activating, that time only it will give the error. Like for example, when you are running, that time it's not giving any planning results. Or we can check it, go to the PPM if anything wrong.